Hello, this is Rick with Bike Fitness Coaching, back for another quick summary video. I'm seeing a lot of another YouTube videos coming out that tell you how to wax your chain, why to wax your chain. I'm telling you, don't wax your chain, smooth it instead. This little quick video is a summary of part 1, 2, and 3 of chains and lubes that I've recently put together. So I'll link those in the description. The issue is, if I wasn't clear on the first set of videos, the issue is that the drivetrain is the thing that actually destroys the chain. If you take a look at the bottom of the chain, every time you shift, you're grinding away at the bottom of the chain links. They grind between gears. The rear derailleur will shove the chain, and the bottom of the chain is what takes the abuse going from gear to gear, both up and down the cassette. The front derailleur as well. If you look at how the bottom of the chain is, you're going to drag the bottom of the chain across the gear teeth and into the small ring. And then you're going to drag the bottom of the chain up into the big ring. So it's a drivetrain that actually destroys the chain. And if you use the right lubes, you will not really get chain stretching, but you'll get maximum life out of the chain, that it'll eventually stop shifting. Let's get into the next slide, get a little bit more detail. I tried paraffin as well. Every time the chain was not in line, every time you would bend the chain or deflect the chain, the paraffin would flake off and you would end up with no paraffin on the chain, no /lube on the chain. I could tell the chain was getting to its end of life when it started shifting badly, had trouble shifting, or didn't shift at all. It would just get into the gear. The rear derailleur was working fine, but the chain was so worn at the bottom. If you look at the bottom graphic, the bottom of the links are worn, and they did not have enough metal on to engage the cassette teeth or the front teeth on the derailleur. Mainly it was the rear cassette, that the chain would go and not shift in because it wouldn't have enough engagement into the gears. I used the Park CC2 tool. It indicated the chain was about 65% worn. Even though it had life, it would not shift. A summary: I used ProLink as a baseline. I had about 4 years of chain testing with Shimano. The chains lasted about 3,200 miles. These were Dura-Ace and Ultegra level chains. I used Squirt. I got about 46.875% more chain life out of a chain compared to the baseline. Using Smooth, I got 131.25% more chain life. I got 7,400 miles out of the chain. Again, it was 65% worn, but it stopped shifting because of the excessive wear. And I'm talking about worn, meaning chain stretch, as most people think about chain being worn out, chain stretch. I'm talking about the links being ground away to the point where there's no engagement between gears. With that, I'm going to recommend you smooth it instead of paraffining it. With that, a summary video. Take a look at the other three. It'll get into a little more detail than we got in today. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.